This video will demonstrate how to perform preventative maintenance or cleaning with the SCDU model dispenser, which is a 1000 note removable cassette, although the fundamentals will apply to all dispensers. Why you would want to do this or how often this should be done? That answer greatly depends on the environment where the ATM is located, if it's exposed to dust, smoke, or poor air quality. Some locations may find it necessary to do this every few months, some once a year or even longer. Generally, the most common symptom where cleaning or preventative maintenance helps is with excessive rejected notes or reversal transactions, where the customer does not receive their money because of some kind of dispensing issue. If you start to see an increase in the amount of rejected notes or reversal transactions, then it may be necessary to clean the dispenser more often. Let's begin by opening up the machine and turning off the power. Next, we're going to go ahead and open the vault. With the vault door open, go ahead and remove the cash box and put it aside. Before we remove the dispenser, the sliding tray is going to be held in place by a single Phillips head screw, either down here in the bottom right or up here on the top left. Remove the screw so that you can just slide the dispenser out on the tray. First, take a look at the overall condition of the dispenser. If you can see a lot of dust or residue, you may want to begin by cleaning the whole thing off with some compressed air. The thing when using compressed air is it tends to stir up all the dust, which is what we're trying to clean off in the first place. So if you're going to use it to clean off the dispenser because it's really dirty or it hasn't been cleaned in a long time, go ahead and spray it off with compressed air, and then we're going to leave it to sit for a minute while we let the dust settle down. With this smaller model dispenser, it's pretty easy to get to the back side of it without having to move anything. However, for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and spin the dispenser around so we can see the back. This means undoing the 4 mounting screws, 2 on each side, which will allow us to rotate the dispenser around on the sliding tray. It's not necessary to remove the cables for what we're doing here. Once the 4 screws are done, you can twist the dispenser around on the sliding tray, and then we can see the back. This dispenser works by picking notes from the cash box or cassette and transporting them between these rubber belts up towards the front. Along the way, the notes are counted and measured using these optical sensors. These sensors each have 2 parts, a sender, which is the clear bulb, and a receiver, which is this black tube. The only part we're going to be interested in is the sender. This clear bulb is the part that we want to clean. If a layer of dust builds up on the bulb, it will mess with the value being measured by the receiver and it can cause sensor errors. To clean the individual sensors, there's 2 ways you can do this, depending on how easy the sensor is to access. If the sensor's out in the open, you can go ahead and take a soft microfiber cloth, reach in here, and clean off the tip of this LED. Just wipe the top of the bulb off. If the sensor is difficult to get to or you can't reach, use a Q-tip and reach in there and clean it off like that. If there was some residue or something on here, it's okay to use a little bit of rubbing alcohol to go ahead and wipe it off. Working our way up the back of the SCDU dispenser, the next pair of sensors is going to be up here. However, these are more easily accessed through the top. Reach down from the top and clean this pair of sensors as well. One on the left, one on the right. Again, you can use the towel or you can use a Q-tip. The last sensor in the SCDU is this exit sensor. This doesn't exactly have a clear bulb, but it's got this clear plastic piece. Reach in here and clean any dust out. With the sensors clean, I've gone ahead and returned the dispenser back to its original position. The next thing we're going to want to do is take a look at the belts. Begin by turning the dispenser over using this blue plastic wheel. Keep an eye out for the edges of the belts and look for any fraying or cuts in the belt. If the belts are dusty, you can place your microfiber cloth on top of the belt and slowly turn the blue plastic wheel over. To access the lower belts, reach your hand in where the cassette would be and do the same thing. If you find any rips or tears while inspecting the belts, it may need that the belts need to be replaced or the dispenser needs to be serviced. Contact your ATM distributor or service company and they can help you get some assistance. If while cleaning the dispenser you come across any signs of insects or rodents, contact support for advice on how best to clean that. It's really important that you use products that won't damage the electronics or rubber components. Once the sensors and belts have been cleaned, go ahead and return the dispenser back into the vault and replace the set screw. Finally, let's take a look inside the cash box or cassette. Use the key to open up the lid of the cassette, pull the push plate back and latch it in place, and remove any bills or notes that may be in there. Spin these pick rollers around until you can see these rubber pads. These are the part that grab the note and push it down into the rollers. First, begin by spraying it out with some compressed air to clear any dust or small debris. Then, turn the cassette over and give it a shake in case there's any staples or larger pieces stuck down in there. If you notice any ink buildup on these rubber pads, use a little bit of rubbing alcohol and your microfiber cloth to scrub them off. Be sure to use something that's strong, as these pads are rather sticky and they can pull apart a paper towel or something like that. Once you've got them clean, go ahead and release the push plate and you're ready to return the cassette back into service. We hope that this video has provided guidance for how to properly clean and do preventive maintenance on your Genmega SCDU model dispenser or 1000 note removable cassette. Remember, the fundamentals here apply to all Genmega dispensers. If you have any questions or comments, please contact Genmega support